Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. Now, during May, I didn't know this was a thing, but there are a couple of events in the West End of London called Chelsea in Bloom and Belgravia in Bloom. These align with the same week that the Chelsea Flower Show is on. But they are based in the street locations, so that, for example, the Chelsea in Bloom is mainly in the King's Road area, the main street in Chelsea shopping area, and Sloane Square and around that area. So some friends and I from the photography club, a few of us decided to head down to London on one of those days and see what we could capture of that event. Something a little bit different, with the flower displays, etc. That some of the shops, or a lot of the shops, decorate the frontages with amazing displays of flowers based on a theme. This year, Chelsea in Bloom was the theme of Out of This World. So sort of space related, you know, that sort of thing. My brain's failing me for words to describe it. I'll put a link below to the Chelsea in Bloom website. Now, what we didn't know was how busy this event was going to be. And we soon found out, because we were planning to get off at Sloane Square, where it would have been a good place to start, where there are some displays around that area, and then go up the King's Road. We weren't able to stop at Sloane Square. We had to go through to South Kensington. So that added about another 10-15 minute walk for us to walk down from South Kensington to the King's Road. Plus my fatigue anyway. I mean, by the time we get to a location in London, let alone having my usual routine of getting ready in the morning, getting the trains, I mean, it would be quite easy for me to say, that's it, I'm done. You know, fibro is that. However, I had the drive of being with good friends and photography that I hadn't done before. So we didn't know how busy it was going to be, and we were finding out, and it was very busy, very popular. Now, to be honest, during our day there, we pretty much only covered a small part of it, from where we came out, when we came down from South Kensington, down to Sloane Square and back again. And there were some bigger displays in some of the squares that are off the high street, as well as the floral displays around and in front of a lot of the shops. I think it was on the map, I'll try and put a copy of the map on the screen now, there was over 150 in Chelsea in Bloom. There was no way we were going to get to Belgravia in Bloom. I think with my condition and my challenges, to cover the whole thing, I'd probably need 3 days. There's no way I can do 3 days on the road travelling to and from London. What I decided to do, this was my first trip into London for photography. My only trip so far has been via London, going to my parents in Norfolk. So this is my first day in London for photography this year because of my challenges. And I wanted to make the most of it, but it's also the first day in London since I got my 10 to 18mm lens. I had my 18 to 55 with me, just in case I wanted to crop in on things a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I ended up using my 10 to 18 and my 40D all day. And the main reason for that is it was so busy that I decided that I was going to document people and having the experience and do street photography more than just trying to get pictures of the displays. It's kind of a captive audience for street photography, and this gets to my point that I've put in the title of the video. Some people have said to me recently that they feel like when they're in a high street or an event with their camera, they feel like a beacon's going off above their head. Look at me, I've got a camera, I'm going to take your picture. These sorts of events, and especially just going to London anyway, if you put yourself in a location where there's either a lot of tourists and a lot of people taking pictures anyway, whether it's with their phone or with cameras, or local events where people are just so busy with the event, fun fairs, that sort of thing, they're not really bothered. rather than if you live in a quieter location going out with your camera where it might be more noticeable. And I've mentioned before about this for living in Leighton Buzzard, where if I just went out on a normal day, nothing going on in the high street except people going about their business, I feel more conspicuous with this setup, let alone its weight. And that's where in previous videos, I'll link to the one in particular that I'm thinking of, I've mentioned using my phone to do street, because it's less conspicuous. Anyway, what this lens gave me the scope to do in busy locations, and quite often you've got people very close to you, but you see a shot or a potential shot, is I can zoom out. We talk a lot in photography about zooming in to get some images. We see the shot and we want to zoom into it. But on this occasion, I was thinking the other way. Quite often I would have my 18-55 lens in the past without this one and be shooting at that, which is equivalent of 28-29mm on a full frame camera. In this case, I could think, oh, they're a bit close, I'm going to zoom out, and then I can maybe crop a little bit off when I do my processing. As it happens, I didn't need to do a lot of cropping with these shots from Chelsea. So go to locations where it doesn't matter, no one's thinking about it. It could be an event, could be a city where there's tourists taking pictures everywhere. London is great for that, and we are so grateful. I am so grateful that London is 30-minute train ride away for us to do that. So that's my tip, which relates to the title of this video, and that's how I decided to shoot on the day. So I was looking for people around the experience and having the experience. You'll see some of the displays, but I wasn't deliberately focusing on that. Now, one thing that is nice is that when you go with friends, they take pictures of their friends doing their thing. So here are a few shots. First one by my friend Martin, captured a shot of me trying to get my bearings when we arrived in the King's Road to work out which way we were going to go using their map on my phone. The next image by Daphne. Thank you to you both. This is me in the middle. You notice the new fedora, olive green fedora that I've bought. I thought I might be too hot, but actually it kept me a lot cooler on the day, and it helped them find me. My friend Clive on the right and John to the left. And then this is my shot of Martin and Clive looking at something, seeing something of interest as we're in the street. So it's quite nice that we can capture images of each other, and that's documenting part of the day. Like I say, it was a very busy event, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Paid for it for days afterwards, literally. But that is the price we have with FibroLife. I've said this so many times, but we had a really good time. We made it to about 3 o'clock, grabbed something to eat, and then we said, no, we're done. For me, with that many people, it's the dodging people, it's the maneuvering around people, it's the cognitive challenge of registering what's going on around me, because as I'm moving, it's affecting my spine and the nerves in my spine. That in turn is affecting my head, and then my head is sending signals to the rest of my body. It's all a minefield to navigate. But I did the best I could, made the most of the day. We pace ourselves, we enjoy ourselves, have a laugh and a joke, and then when we're done, and we get the train home. Anyway, enjoy the images, and I will talk about a few points on some of these images as we go through the video. So this image has got a couple of points of interest in it. We've got the lady walking past in the centre of the frame, taking notice of the display and almost centred centrally between the two parrots. And then behind her we've got the lady taking a picture on her phone, and this also from right to left is also creating a kind of leading line into the image and up to the parrots. This is my friend Daphne in a suitable coat for the occasion, and although this window is interesting in itself, it's nice that I've included her taking her pictures in the image just to add that extra element of interest. You might have seen in some previous videos I like to capture dogs at these events. So noticing this dog, I took the shot and then noticed the red shoes on the lady standing there on the road as well, which adds an extra element of interest. This is one of my favourite images from the day, and it's about the reaction of the baby in the buggy. And this lady in the gold dress in the centre of the picture was about to sit down and have a picture taken by a friend. Some of the displays had seats in them or ways that you could be in the display. The baby being pushed past in the buggy seems to notice and wonder what's going on as it's passing. And although the image would have been nice of the lady sitting there, this adds an extra element, and I think it's quite a nice shot. Hope you've enjoyed this video and seeing these images from Chelsea in bloom. If you have, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks for watching.